I've got one bad habit that no matter how hard I try is too ingrained in my muscle memory for me to break, and I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to improve and shake this bad habit of mine. Let's talk about that. Now, you've probably heard of System 1 and System 2 thinking. System 1 is sort of like the unconscious thing that you do. It's your muscle memory. So when you see something, that's how you react. System 2 is when you really have to think through the problem to find a solution. Essentially, 1 is autopiloting, and 2 is when the autopilot doesn't cover whatever situation is happening on the screen, so you have to take over. And so for good players, when they see somebody jump, their System 1 says they need to anti-air with like crouch heavy punch or back medium punch, whatever their character's button is to anti-air. Great players see somebody jump and their System 1 says to DP on reaction. And once that DP connects, maybe their System 2 kicks in and says, well, we have 3 bars we can super, right? You can cancel the DP into super. That's how your System 1 and System 2 can interact. However, for me, when I see somebody leave the ground, you probably have noticed in any video that you've watched on this channel that I hold forward immediately because my System 1 says that I need to walk under them. Now, for most people, you either have the problem that you don't anti-air at all, or you finally do get it and your anti-airs are on point. But for me, the reason why I have this weird issue where I always trip guard or walk under instead of anti-airing stems from a Discord message. And I believe it was from a character Discord or like one of those new fighter Discords. And all I asked was, how do I anti-air a cross-up? And of course they asked, what character are you playing? And I said, I'm playing Karen. And so she has crouch heavy punch, which is your normal forward anti-air. She has stand heavy punch, which can also catch people jumping forward. And she does have a reversal. It's just not a DP. It's quarter circle back and then 2 hands. But you can't really cross-cut it like you would normally. So the 2 answers that they landed on and gave me were jump back jab, or, if you want to make it easier, and probably the most effective option, is to just walk under. And somewhere along the line, to no fault of the people giving me the advice, of course, I just thought that they said her best anti-air was to walk under. She didn't have any good anti-airs. But what they really meant is she didn't have any good anti-airs for cross-ups. And I would later find out that she kind of does. She has a jump back target combo. Jump back jab does work, but the target combo does do a little bit of damage and it pushes them off of you. But at the time, I'm guessing they didn't really want to scare me off. They just wanted to give me the easiest option. And so with my newfound knowledge, of course in the lower ranks, everybody's cross-up jumping. So I was just walking under and pressing a button and it worked. It was super effective. But the problem is, because I'm playing Karen and her walk speed is so good, I started to walk under everything because I was fast enough to do so. If I was playing a different character like Colleen or something, somebody who was a little bit slower, maybe it would have been different. Like I would have learned eventually because I couldn't walk under a lot of the stuff that I was doing it on with Karen. But it's kind of too late for that now. It's so ingrained in my muscle memory that when I pick up characters that have good anti-airs, that have DPs like Cammy and Jury, I don't even use them. I just walk under. And so what I've been trying to do lately is make a conscious effort to at least do like down heavy punch. You know, I know Jury has a DP and I know Cammy has a different anti-air besides back medium punch. But I think if I go straight from like walking forward and walking under to trying to just do DP on reaction, I don't think it'll work for me. I think I need to take it in steps. Because for me, it's not the timing of putting a DP on reaction, because I play on hitbox. It's not very hard. It's trying to recognize when they're actually in the air, because I'm too focused on the ground game and I'm too focused on the buttons that are flying at me and the buttons that I'm sticking out, that once they sort of go into the air, my brain turns off, right? That System 2 is not kicking in because I'm not making a conscious effort to think about anti-airing. That's what System 2 is. I need to make a conscious effort to think about anti-airing, and then eventually it'll move to System 1 like a lot of other things do. In other games like Dbfz and Guilty Gear, I don't have this problem as much because I can't walk under. Like the character is moving through the air too fast. Their air dashing or just the jump speed in general is too fast. So my 6Ps are actually a little bit better in those games than my 2Hs or my DPs in this game. I think it has to do with, one, the speed and also the jump arc. Like the way that Ryu and Ken and everybody floats over you in this game, they're very slow in the air, so it gives you time to walk under. But instead of doing that, I should probably just take that time to think about DPing or think about down heavy punch or back medium punch, whatever it is. I just hope that it's not too ingrained in my muscle memory to where I keep falling, like I keep going back to it. I keep relapsing. I need to break this habit fast, or else it's going to continue to hurt my neutral game. So that's what I've been up to. That and like playing all the characters. I think Jury is the one that I'll play in the tournament still. I was kind of wavering yesterday, but I think I've narrowed it down. It's either going to be Karen, Colleen, or Jury. Those are the 3 that I'm between right now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider subscribing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.